everybody. Welcome to the Process 34 podcast, episode 2. We made it. Season 2,
go.
episode 2. I am Cody Dugan. Joining me is Mr. Brady Benson. Brady, what's going on, man?
How's it going? I just got done with wrestling practice, rushed right over to my dorm, and ready to shoot this podcast, man.
How did practice go?
It went good. It was really good today. We have 16 of our 36 wrestlers going to the Black Knight Invite, which is hosted by Army this weekend, which is at West Point.
Nice.
So they're flying out tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So practice was pretty short and intense today. Just going nonstop. So it was good.
But they were all there too?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the weekend off then from practice, or?
Yeah, it's our first weekend off in 3 or 4 weeks, so it should be nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What are your plans?
Tomorrow I'm probably just going to go for a little active recovery run. Do that. Because I still have to keep my weight in check and stuff. So get a light little workout in. Probably do some yoga or something after.
Nice.
And
Here I would be proud.
Yeah, rest my body a little bit. And then Sunday, full-blown chill day.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is a recovery run?
So I usually go pretty light. Like I'll go on our treadmill and in the wrestling room, and I'll have some clothes on. I'll usually have a long sleeve sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and I'll run at about an 8:45-minute pace to a 9-mile pace. Like I'll increase it over time, and I'll just go for 30 minutes. So it's super light. It's usually around 3.3 miles at the end, and I go light. Like I don't do anything strenuous. And then right after that, I usually bike for 15 minutes, stretch, call it quits.
Do you are you saying running like on the treadmill?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I kind of would like to golf.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like in the 40s, so I think it's manageable. I gotta do some.
It got up to 60 the other day here in East Lansing. It was weird.
It's been nice. It's been really nice this past week. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to. I would like to. And then also I got to do some yard work. I got to get rid of all these leaves and everything. And then watch Michigan get that 1,000th victory without the coach.
Second game suspension.
Yeah. And at this point, who cares? We don't even need them. We don't need any coaches, I think, at this point. So let's just line up and play and see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting what's going on at Michigan right now. Just fired their linebacker coach, too.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard different stories. I've heard he's connected. I've heard he's not connected. At the end of the day, though, it looks bad, but I don't think they're doing anything that is like making them win. I think that's 100% on the players. Like their talent level is through the roof. So, I get it. Michigan had a really bad stretch there, so we were coming up with any excuse possible as well. And now that tables have turned, so Ohio State, Penn State, they're all chirping. They're all coming up with excuses. But look what C.J. Stroud's doing this year in the NFL.
Right.
But what couldn't he do against Michigan? You know what I'm saying? So that's let's just line up and play.
No, I do feel really bad for the players. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. Like they're a very talented football team, and it is unfortunate what's going on because the media just backlashes it like they are cheating so much. But man, there's so much talent on that team.
Yeah, and we're talking about college football here,
right?
If Michigan's cheating, if they're doing something and they're going to be investigated and they're going to be watched, then why don't we do it on all the teams?
Yeah.
Why don't we go down to the SEC and see what they're doing? Because I don't think Saban owns a car dealership for no reason.
Well, yeah, Michigan could be the first team that really opens this up, and it could really change the dynamic of college football. It could be the first team that like opens
headsets
it up,
in the helmets. For the love of God, just put headsets in the helmets, and this wouldn't even have ever come about.
Yeah,
like these guys shouldn't be holding up, like pictures of Beyonce to call a play.
Mm-hmm.
Just have the coach tell them. So, whatever. Who cares? It is what it is. I'm bummed out because it is taken away from what they're doing, and they're doing
Mhm.
something. I don't care what you say about your schedule. If they're playing cupcakes, they should dominate them, right? That's what they've been doing. So kudos to them, and it's going to be pretty comical watching that commissioner hand Mr. Harbaugh a trophy early December there at the Big Ten championship. That's going to be
Hey
pretty
man,
comical.
we'll see. We
I
will
want
see.
that on a shirt. I want that on a
Yeah.
shirt. So yeah,
College football in general has been crazy this year though.
it has. It
Like
has.
it's up for grabs. There's like 7 teams
Yeah.
that can get in right now.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of teams that can get in, but
Yeah. We'll see what
there's only
happens.
one that's going to prevail. So, um anyways, into the month of November, we have been focusing on gratitude all month, and it's been pretty nice, man. It's been eye-opening. It's made me realize that I do a lot of complaining. Like I do a
Yeah.
lot of complaining. And uh, it's just, it gets to the point where I think that there's some stuff that I want to happen in my life that I'm working towards that I'm just kind of getting impatient with. And when things aren't going the way that they should be, or aren't like falling into place to allow other things to happen, I get frustrated, and then I vent about it, and it kind of just comes off as like constant complaining. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to do that, but it's hard to not do it. So, um, I
Sometimes
was,
it's literally exhausting to complain.
it is 100%.
Like
And
like when I hear like some people that are like super dramatic subject.
subject.
sometimes sometimes like when people are super dramatic and they're just constantly complaining about things, I'm like, how are you not exhausted with yourself? Like
Yeah.
listen, like I want to video you and you listen to yourself to hear like I don't know how you live with yourself. It's crazy to me sometimes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Not saying you're like that, but
No, I know it like thankfully Candace like calls me out on it a lot
mhm,
because, I complain to her the most.
yeah,
And, I think it's just more than anything, it's like, it's one of those things that like lately I've been noticing myself, like catching myself do it while I'm doing it. And kind of like immediately will start feeling just like the more I talk about it, the more I say things about it, uh, you know, it makes me realize like it's not that big of a deal. Or, you know, the more I talk about it, like, is not going to help the situation whatsoever. It is not going to solve this problem. It's not going to make whatever I want to happen appear faster. So just shut up, and go do something else. So,
yeah,
that's where the gratitude came in. So I was able to practice some gratitude, and like, maybe not everything is the way I want it to be right now, but a lot of stuff is. A lot of stuff is a
yeah,
lot better than it was. So, be grateful for that, express gratitude for it, and just shut up, just shut up and stay like on track, and, with the goal still in mind, in sight, and keep going, right? So,
yeah. I like that a lot.
yeah, that's one thing that that I've been working on, and that I've noticed
Mhm.
throughout practicing gratitude this month. And I've already been grateful for my family, but I noticed it a lot more this month.
I was
Like
gonna
when we
say
went out.
it
Go
hit
ahead.
family really hit home a little more for me this month, more than
Yeah.
usual, and I think it's because you guys all showed up for the MSU Open for me wrestling
Mhm.
and stuff, and it just really made me realize how much I appreciate you guys and miss you guys.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think with you being gone, we were able to kind of all get together, come watch you. There's been times where like we're still like me and Candace, and your parents, and uh Nay, your grandpa, my dad, like we're still going to Goodrich football games,
Yeah.
and you're not even playing, and
Right.
it's just been nice. But it's like it's cool to have that camaraderie and that love and connection, and even here at home too. Like like I said, I've had some very meaningful conversations with Candace. I've spent a lot of quality time with Olivia lately, and just very grateful for just all of it. It's been a blessing, and it's kind of like with practicing gratitude this month, it made me focus even more on it and be more grateful for it. So
Yeah.
and process 34, I'm very grateful for.
Preach,
Not only
brother.
grateful, not only grateful for Process 34, but grateful for the people that are trying it, that are that are actually doing it. Your teammates, there's friends of mine, family. It just it means a lot. Like I don't think either one of us thought that anyone would ever probably try to do
Mm.
what we started doing a long time ago, and it's just really neat to see, and especially
Dude,
with
it's
like the
so
younger
cool.
generation, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's so cool. Like I have three of my buddies from Goodrich that I've grown up with my whole life, my lifelong friends. They're all doing it. We all do it together. We're in this big little group chat, and it's super cool just seeing them do it. And then I do it with two other of my teammates, and just seeing them do the process 34, and like I've seen them grow so much within the past like 3 weeks. And it's just so cool. Like I keep
Yeah,
repeating myself, but oh my god, because we've been doing process 34 coming up on 2 years in February.
yeah. I think April.
Yeah, and like me seeing you grow and you seeing me grow is cool, but seeing other people grow too and doing it and it actually works, it's awesome.
Yes, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Like I have a couple friends too that have done it or have started it recently. I actually have a buddy that I've been sharing with recently, so I
Mm-hmm.
added him to it. And yeah, it's been cool. It's like it also kind of changes your friendship. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh, seriously, dude. Yeah.
you find out a lot more. You that bond grows stronger, because not that it wasn't strong before, but a lot of friendships, i I don't know, like in my experience anyways, like a lot of friendships are very like surface based, like you hang out, you have fun and you do whatever, but when things kind of get serious and stuff, you kind of more go to the family, right?
And that's when you find your true friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
during the
really
hard
cool to see
times.
that. It's really cool to see, like, to share those experiences with each other and say, like you just see a whole different side of each other. It's really neat.
Yeah, like when you have friends that you can talk to when like shit goes down and they're not there to bash you, they're there to help you. That's a
Yeah,
real friend.
exactly.
And you can really see that through process 34, like when someone has a really rough day and like I see one of my buddies journal what they overcame, like I'll ask them questions about it and they'll ask questions to me about it, and it really even just helps the process even more.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
What about you? How's your month been with the gratitude?
My month was good. I learned a lot about myself through wrestling too. Like I was able to realize that I actually do get overwhelmed at times because I worry about what's going to happen like during the match and like the future, and I'm not just grateful for being there, you know.
Yeah.
So I've really been working about that. Like for example, I was worried about being cut instead of just being appreciative of being on the MSU wrestling team, like
Right.
given the opportunity that I get to even freaking walk on, like how many kids get to do this at a Big Ten D1 university.
Right.
And my family has just been there with me, my grandparents, parents, and uncle, always checking in on me, making sure I'm good. So that's really why I've been grateful for my family this month a lot, because at the beginning of this month, like I said, I was worried about being cut, and like you guys just always being there, um texting me, calling me, getting me through it, and then just hearing the good news that I made the team and that I was going to wrestle my first college open. It was so cool. So I was just really grateful for you guys being there for me. And with that, about worrying about what's gonna happen, I've really like altered my mind into thinking, how cool is it gonna be once it happens?
Mhm.
So instead of like before my match, okay, like you can't do this, don't get caught in this position. What if this happens? What if that happens? Oh shoot, the score can't be this or that. And now I'm just like, okay, just get to your attacks. You're a dog. You're here for a reason, and just worry about like what can happen. Like how good is it gonna feel once it happens, or like once you get your hand raised. Don't worry about the outcome. Just worry
Right.
about like how it's gonna feel and how awesome it is.
I like that.
So that's really been like my November is just realizing myself that be more grateful for the opportunity, be more grateful where you're at in life because a lot of people don't get that opportunity.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
What can you take us through like just that first that first match, that first well, not even the first match, but just the whole process getting there that morning, all of it start to finish. How did that go?
At
Like
yeah, so my first college open was at Clarion University, which is in Pennsylvania, and
okay.
that was 2 weeks ago. So we left Saturday morning and we drove to Brecksville, Ohio, and that's like a halfway point, and we practiced there at that high school, and we had to be within 5 pounds of our weight, so we just went there, practice, got some extra weight off, and then um we drove to Clarion, checked into our hotel, checked our weights. I had to go run a little bit more. Then I went to bed. Woke up that morning, pound under, weighed in, and then I ate, warmed up, drank, rehydrated and stuff, and it was go time. Like it all happened so fast. And I'll be so honest, like I was so nervous.
Really?
I went in my first match and like I just completely blacked out, I think,
Yeah.
because sorry, my mom just called me.
Oh,
No,
you're
I
okay.
completely blacked out, and I just didn't wrestle that good. I lost 9-3. I didn't even know what was going on. And then I like all the nerves after that, like it was gone. It was like, okay, like you're good now. Like
Yeah.
you got that part done. Like you wrestled your first college match, it's over now. Now you can wrestle loose. And my next match, I fired away. Like I was like, okay, I do know how to wrestle. I do know how to attack.
Mhm.
So I ended up winning that match 13-8, I believe. Got my first college win, crossed off
Nice.
a goal. It was such a surreal feeling, especially being in that singlet too. And then my third match, I came up short. I lost 4-2. It was a gutsy loss. I took a lot of shots. I just didn't finish, but I learned so much from just that match. And I've never been more excited to go to practice the following. Well, we actually had Monday off, but I've never been more excited to go to practice on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And after practice, I just stayed, worked on what I needed to work on, conquered it, and I worked on that for the rest of the week. I kept on watching that match and like what I did wrong, and it's just really cool. Like college, in college, every single one of your matches, man, it's literally a high school state championship match or like a semifinal match. Like that's what I can compare it to, the high level of wrestling. You're gonna get a dog no matter what who you're wrestling,
Right.
and it's cool. I love it.
Yeah,
And
that's
over this past weekend, I my first match again, man. Like I didn't come out firing like I usually do, and I ended up losing. And right after that, I opened up, took all my shots and stuff, so it was good.
do you think it's just the nerves?
I don't know. I think it's just really opening up. So I think it's like I said, it's
What do
an
you mean?
overwhelming
What do you
like
mean opening up?
like opening up to my attacks because I wasn't really taking any shots or anything in my first match. I was like really isolated, just wrestling super cautious, and then right after that match, I go out and score 20 points. You
Right.
know, so it's just yeah, it's definitely a mindset thing. I just need to attack because I know I have a good shot. It's the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you'll get there.
yeah, exactly.
Were you did you say I'm sorry, did you say you were just as nervous for your MSU Open first match too?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't that
Not as.
nervous. Like no, not as nervous as nearly.
Yeah.
But that first match, it was actually against a kid that I knew from high school. So
Okay.
I think I got in my own head and misjudged him. You
Yeah.
should never judge your opponent
Yeah.
whatsoever. And then my second and third match, I wrestled like a totally completely different person.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one. What else you got going on?
Oh, let me share. I actually did cross off another goal. I ended up placing at the MSU Open. One of my
Nice.
goals on my wall
Congratulations.
is place at a tournament as a red shirt. So that was super great feeling.
What you went 3-2?
3-2.
3-2. Okay. And they're
Yep.
even the two that you lost were super close too. So
Yeah, neck and neck. So I'm right there, man.
love it. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had some goals this month. I really wanted to finish all of the getting rid of stuff and organizing and all that. And was able to, for the most part. There's still a little bit of just a little riff-raff here and there that I need to get through, but it's so you don't realize how overwhelming your space is until you start going through every little thing, and it's like, oh my god. Like, I think, like my OCD, it's like I just put everything into piles, and that's my
Mm-hmm.
way of organizing it, but it's like organized chaos basically. So if someone was to ask me where this document was, I would tell them, like it's in the third pile to the right, like halfway through. I would know exactly where it is, but like it doesn't make sense and it's not healthy. So I was able to get a little bit more organized, switch the studio around a little bit. That was nice, a little change of things. I've been utilizing it a lot more, so that's been one of the main reasons why I wanted to change things up a little bit too, because it's just so much easier to come down into the basement studio and do the Grateful Golf Club things, like the
Mm-hmm.
readings every morning, because it's quieter and it's just a different setup.
Yeah.
So since I've done that, it's like, oh, I kind of miss it down here, So I've been doing a lot more stuff down here. I got my desk down here and everything, so I've actually been just doing some writing and everything, along with the Grateful Golf Club stuff, which is it's been pretty cool. Like I literally, I don't even know where I was going with this thing. I still don't, but I'm sticking to this daily reading thing. And the surprising part about it is how much it has helped me. Like I haven't played a golf a lot just because, stuff going on the weekends and the weather. But when I do go out there, it's like I'm actually being conscious of these things. Like I don't even remember them the day read them, but
Mm-hmm.
like it goes right into my subconscious apparently, because I'll be out there and it's like, hold on a second, and I'll like go through one of those readings in my mind, and it will like pertain to the exact situation that I'm in at that moment. So it's been pretty cool actually. So it's benefiting me a lot. So that's nice.
There you go.
Um and I wanted to start kind of spreading the word about the journal more. Since your team started doing it and you had some friends that were doing it, I had a couple friends that were reaching out to me. It made me realize like how beneficial it is for people to have a tool like that. It's like it's not just a journal. It's not just
Yeah.
a write down your feelings and do it for a year. It's literally set up for a minimum amount of time, 34 days, and that's it. And it's the whole point of it is to get you started in
Yeah.
this new lifestyle, right? So
See if it works for you.
exactly. So it's kind of like a good way to say, like, man, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. Like, I need to do something. I don't know what to do. Well, let's just try this because it's really simple. Just write down something you did positive for your mind, body, and spirit today, a hurdle that you had to overcome,
Mm-hmm.
and do it for 34 days and see
Right.
what happens and see if this is what you like are you sure you're wanting to do this? Are you sure you're wanting to go down this path? And if you don't know how to go down that path, or if you don't know how to do these things for yourself, like doing this on a daily basis gets you into that routine of wanting to do it every single day, right? And then also you can look back and reflect and see your growth. So it's been really neat. And so I've just been trying to share the word on that, get some more people doing it, and eventually I would love to see this thing turn into an app. That would be really, really awesome. So that's kind of the big goal right now. It's to grow this journal community and just get people wanting to try this new lifestyle. Athletes, everyone, anyone and everyone. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's been my
my buddies have been raving about it, man. Like they love it. They love doing it every day. They love the reflection, and they said it's really keeping them in check.
good. Are
Yeah,
you doing it with them, or are they
I
doing it
am.
like on their own? Okay, that's cool.
I am doing it with you. Like I
Yeah,
said, we're in that little group chat, and then I do it with two of my wrestling teammates as well. So I'm doing it with you, two of my teammates, and three of them. So yeah, I'm up to 6 people now.
nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like a little community. That's kind of like
No,
what I
it
want.
is. Yeah.
That's super cool. Who would have
And
thought?
what I'm hoping is that they keep on doing it. They talk to their family members about it. They talk to other mutual friends about it, and hopefully it picks up.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Little chain reaction.
It's all it takes, man. It's
That's all it takes.
it's not that challenging, and it's not that overwhelming. So I hope many more give it a try, and I'm grateful for the ones that are. Um, Working out, man. I've been sticking with it. There's been a couple days. There's been a couple days where it's like, I probably shouldn't ate that. Probably shouldn't ate that much, but it's a process, right? So we're
Yeah,
getting there. We're getting better. I have been working out a minimum 3 to 4 days a week, and the off days even still being active, just not doing like an actual workout. So that's been nice. And it has kept me more motivated. It's kept me in a better mindset on some days, and I've also noticed where the days that I'm feeling kind of the worst, or I'm having a bad day, are the days that I haven't really done much physically.
yeah.
So that's real. Like, I'm really paying attention to that and really starting to notice, like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And I'm also trying to focus on like recovery and restoration, because I've really never done it. I've outside of getting massages. Thankfully, I have a wife and a mother-in-law that are both massage therapists, so blessed there. But outside of that, I don't really do much. It's like I never iced when I played sports regularly. I never did. I was just we'll see what happens and see
Dude,
how that worked out.
over the past like month and a half, 2 months, I have been taking recovery so seriously.
Yeah, it's so
Like
important.
like after practice on usually like 3 or 4 times a week, I'll go in the cold tub with some of my teammates. That's amazing. And I started drinking tart cherry juice, 100% natural, and I drink about 4 ounces of that every single day after wrestling practice. And let me tell you, like my sleep and my muscles and stuff never felt better.
Yeah.
Like no placebo effect. The tart cherry juice, I guess, is as a melatonin like suppressor. It acts as one.
Oh,
So
really?
my sleep has been incredible.
That's awesome.
And like I track my sleep and everything, and what's it called? You use it too. Auto sleep, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
So
Yeah.
you pay like $5 and it's for lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I did that, and my sleep scores have been over 95% every night.
Because of the cherry juice.
I think so.
That's crazy. I've
Like
heard I've heard a lot of good
I've
things
noted.
about it.
Yeah, I've noticed that my deep sleep has increased a ton by like a half hour.
Really?
Yeah, and deep sleep is key.
Oh yeah. That's where
Yeah,
I usually lack deep sleep the most. It's
yeah.
like half hour to 45 minutes is
Get
like
on
a
that
good
cherry.
night.
Get
I
on
know
that
I need
cherry
to get
juice,
on that
bro.
cherry juice, man.
I'm telling you, it's good. It
Christmas is
works.
coming up, man. Hook me up.
I got you.
Um,
I actually got you a gift.
did you really?
I swear, I'm looking at it right now. I gotta wait to wrap
Nice.
it. I think
That's
you'll like it.
something that can fit on a shelf. Um, no, I appreciate it, man. That's
It's not a
awesome.
puppy. It's
Not
not
a
a
puppy.
puppy.
I've been hitting a sauna, the steam room. Oh man, it was so funny. So got up, like, me and Liv went to the gym the other morning, 5 a.m. And I'm like, I got done working out and everything. She's
Time
like,
out,
I'm
time
gonna
out, time out, time out. You just recently started going to the gym like officially at 5 a.m., right?
um one time.
One time. Are we
One
setting
time.
this in stone though? Is this going to be a new
It's
thing?
gonna be a goal, except for this week kind of took a wild turn because Candace came down with COVID. So
Okay.
sleeping schedules were messed up. I've slept maybe like 9 hours this week.
Yeah, I know, man. We were
Been
talking about
sleeping on
that.
the couch, man. Like, it's been rough, but it is what it is, because I don't want that. Hopefully I don't still get it after. I'm trying
Yeah.
to avoid it. But yeah, we did it and plan to continue to do it once life gets back to normal around here. But dude, it was so funny. I worked out, she worked out. She's like, all right, I'm going to go take a long shower and get ready and everything. And she just wanted to get ready for school there. So I'm like, go for it. I'm going to go hit the sauna and stuff. And I go in this, like, I walk in the sauna and there's like nobody in there. And it's like colder in the sauna than it was in the locker room. Like, what is going on? So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll go in the steam room. I open up the steam room. Like, you couldn't even see in the door, obviously. And there was like three dudes in there. So I walked in, sat down, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like chill and see if I can. I've never tried to meditate in a steam room. I'm gonna see if I can do it. And it was like maybe 2 minutes in, and I'm like starting to like really like just kind of focus and stuff. And this dude just starts like cussing like crazy. I mean, like screaming at the top of his lungs about the maintenance man. Because apparently the sauna was broke. That's why
Mm.
it was so cold. And this guy was just, it was driving him up a wall. Like, he was so upset about this sauna. Like, and I'm like, it was just so funny because it was so peaceful. It was so quiet. And this guy just starts screaming at the top of his lungs. Guy next to him's like, yeah, it's crazy. He's like, but I pay all this money and it's like, I should have a sauna or a discount. And guy just gets up, and like finally the guy that he was talking to, he just like stood up mid conversation and just walked right out of the steam room. So you would think the guy would stop, right?
Mm.
Next one up, he looks to his right, starts cussing, like going crazy, yelling and screaming. It's like, dude, it is 5:45 in the morning, and we're in a steam room right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this dude next
It's
to
already
me,
hard to breathe in there.
exactly. The guy
Yeah.
on the left of me is pretty much just laying down on the bench. Like, he's literally in a state of mind where he's like, this is the last thing he wants to hear, right?
Yeah.
And this guy, he's just not getting the picture. So then, like, a kid walks in, or not a kid, but he's probably like maybe a college student. He walks in, and like this guy's screaming at the top of his lungs, literally just turns around and walks right back out, like with the door still open, shuts it. And then I hear him say, no, don't go in there. So I'm like, this is absolutely insane, dude. So that was my first experience recently with the 5 o'clock gym routine. What I love
Get that.
about it, though, is that place is like crickets pretty much outside the steam room, apparently. But
Mm.
the rest of the gym is like, you have full access to everything almost, outside of
Yeah.
like pretty much everyone that's there. 90, I'd say 80% of them anyways, are in a class.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's nice.
Takes a
But yeah,
different breed to get up and work at 5 a.m., man.
it does, but it's only like, I have no problem with waking up. It was,
Mhm.
always like, do I want to go, or do I just want to get a cup of coffee and hang out and,
No,
just
exactly.
relax?
It's that discipline of not only getting up, but getting up and going to go work your butt off at the gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt so good, though, mentally.
Oh,
It was
I bet you
such a
did.
good way to start. Such a good way to start the day. I really wish that guy wouldn't have been in the steam room. It would
Did
have
you
been
offer
in.
him a journal?
I was like, all right,
Maybe you should
I
be his
gotta,
accountability buddy.
like, I honestly like was hoping that he was gonna, like, because like these older guys, sometimes they'll stay, like, they'll be in there for like, you'll go to the gym at 2 p.m. and they'll be in the steam room, and you'll come back at 9 p.m. and same dude will be in the steam room. It's like
Live there, man.
they sit in there forever. So I like started to realize that I'm going to have to leave because this guy's not going anywhere. He's literally just waiting for someone to make eye contact with him so he can say the exact same thing over and over and over. So I finally just got up and left. But yeah, it was nice. And then I took a cold shower, like straight ice cold shower, trying to work my way into the cold plunge. I'm not a cold
Good.
guy. Not a cold guy.
No.
Unless I'm playing golf and it's like I can sacrifice my warmth to go play
Mm.
golf, but to sit, I'd rather be warm.
Yeah, I love the cold tub, man. I see so many benefits in it. So many.
Yeah, I mean that's all I hear too, and I know it's super beneficial, but it's
And
hard,
if I
man. It's
it mentally like the first
yeah,
3 seconds, but after that it's good.
yeah, for
And
sure.
if even if I can't get in the cold plunge, I'll take a cold shower. Yeah, I try
Yeah,
to get cold exposure one time a day, no matter what.
yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. And it's like, especially since I was in the steam room, it was like it's not as shocking, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because your body's so warm. So it's like, it's kind of refreshing, at first. So it kind of takes off from like the mental, like the severity of it. Like, I feel like if I wake up in the morning and go jump in the shower and have a cold shower, like I'm gonna punch a hole through the wall. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Like it's
You're
just
ready.
like
You're ready to go.
right. So, but if my body's already warmed up and stuff, and then I take the cold shower, it's like, it's refreshing and it's obviously doing some recovery too. So it's cool.
Yeah,
Definitely
speaking
gonna
of
get back.
speaking of cold exposure, do you know who Wim Hof is?
No.
No, it's the dude that like does he's like the master of breathing, and he would like go to the Arctic and stuff
Oh
and
yeah, I
literally
think I think
and
I
just
just saw something about him.
breathe in the freezing cold water and like
Is
sustain it because he knows how to breathe.
is that the thing you sent me the other day?
Yeah, the
The
breathing
breathing
technique.
routine? Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so this I don't know. I think he's a biologist, but he's blown up. Like he's worked with Dana White with the superhuman method. His name's Gary Brecka, and I like him a lot. And I've been feeding my mental side of things with a new form of meditation. So it's 3 rounds of 30 breaths. So you want to think about it as like you're pulling a string from your belly button. So like you breathe in, but you have lungs down here too, right?
Hmm.
So you need to work those lungs. So you go and you do that 30 times, and at the very end of your 30th breath of any round, you hold it. You hold it as long as you can, and once you can't hold it anymore, you take another inhale, go then you do 2 more rounds of that, and I promise you, you will not be in a bad mood after you do that.
Really?
It is like
So
my
90?
face, like, yeah, so 90 breaths,
Okay.
and you hold your breath as long as you can 3 times.
Okay.
And at the end of holding your breath, you breathe in again, so another inhale. And like my face like freezes up and stuff. Like I'm like spinning after, kind of. It's like a super dopamine rush.
Yeah.
And I just feel so great. Like I'm awake and I'm ready to go. So I highly recommend it. I've been on incorporating it as like my brand new meditation,
Where do you do it at?
just in my room.
Do you? Nice.
Yeah. Jack, like I was doing it today. Jack walked in from his class. He's like, "Why are you laying like that?" And I'm like, "Just meditating, bro."
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. Jack trying to get up on that Hotel Transylvania or what?
Yeah, something like that. He's been on a marathon. No, me and him have actually been trying to rewatch all the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I
Though.
saw that.
Yeah,
That's
we're on
cool.
our third one.
What's the third
We
one?
it's where Barbossa's back.
Okay, as a ghost?
No,
No.
he's just back.
Wait, is Barbosa the one with like the squid face?
No, that's Davy Jones.
Oh, that's Davy Jones. Okay.
Yeah, so like we're in there. They just stole his heart.
Okay. I think I
Yeah,
remember
it's
that.
that one.
It's a good
Yeah,
series, dude.
no, it's
Really good
so
series.
good. We love Jack Sparrow, man.
Is Keith
Dude's an
Richards in that
animal.
one?
As
I think he plays Jack Sparrow's dad in one of them. I don't remember
I
which
think
one.
that's the last one. That's the last
Oh,
one.
that's the last one. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I got you.
I think they're making a
Excellent.
5th one though, and Johnny Depp's not going to be in it because of that Amber Heard case, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard, didn't
Yeah.
Disney like drop him or something?
I think so.
Or, yeah, I don't know. The behind
That'll
the
be
scenes. We
interesting
should
how
have
they
to
do.
D will know.
Yeah, she'd know, man.
What about
It'll be interesting.
what? The fifth one?
Yeah, without Jack Sparrow in it, man. Like, come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'd be strange.
Yeah.
Um so you got your first college win.
Yep. Crossed off. And I placed at a tournament, so that was another goal of mine this month. And I wanted to boost my GPA, and I actually got up to a 3.25, and I'm trying to boost it up to a 3.5 at the end of the semester, which ends in 3 weeks. So I really got to crunch down on school.
You got it, man.
Yeah,
That's really good though. Especially, I mean,
thank you.
you got a big schedule, man. We just posted today, the day in the life of a D1 college wrestler, and it's
Yeah,
like I love it because it gives you a glimpse of, just that's just one day. And I
yeah.
don't know if that was a jam-packed day or if that was a normal day.
Wednesdays are pretty jam packed because I lift on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and that's when I also have math in that class on the other side of campus for me. So yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are pretty jam packed.
Tell me about those Thursday mornings, though. I know you always look forward to those Thursday mornings.
IHOP breakfast, man, those are so good. That's like all I can eat for the whole day though, because I'm always over parameter if I eat again after that.
And they come in and cater it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
at Jennison Fieldhouse on the very fourth floor, it's only for student athletes on campus. They cater IHOP breakfast, and let me tell you, I throw down on some French toast and eggs.
That's
It is
awesome.
so good.
You said all athletes or?
Yeah, all athletes.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool. We'll
Do
get
you-
some me, Jack, and a couple other of my teammates will go
nice.
right
Do you
before
see?
class.
Do you ever see like any of the other like football players or basketball players or anything?
I really don't see the basketball players. It's more of like gymnasts, baseball players, softball players, dancers. I mean, there's a good mix of them, like track, cross country, all those guys.
Yeah,
Those football players already get their own food every day, though, man.
yeah. I
Because
was gonna say they probably get like steaks in the morning.
at the Duffy rehab center where they practice and stuff too. It's called Duffy Football Center, I believe.
Okay.
And like these guys are just carrying to go boxes. Like these poor linemen are just stuffing food down their face
Yeah.
because at that point, eating's a job for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember seeing like Liv and I went to the volleyball game, the Michigan volleyball
yeah,
game, and the basketball players were coming out. Like you tell, they just got done practicing not too long ago, and they all were coming out with like these to-go containers, and they all
yep.
just sat down in the stands and were just eating their dinner like out of the to-go containers. That's good though.
Hey
I mean,
man,
they should feed them. They work them.
hey man, how about my Spartans putting the sweep on those Wolverines in volleyball this year though?
Did they?
What about that?
Did they?
They did.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
Nah, they probably did. I don't think Michigan's very good at volleyball, but that's awesome.
No.
That's awesome, man. I think Liv and I were actually going to go to that game. It was just a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we ended up going to the Michigan Ohio State game instead, though. So that was pretty
They
cool.
ended
And
up winning, right?
they beat Ohio State. And I
Yeah.
think it was like the first time they beat Ohio State in like 5 years or something. I don't know.
Really?
So yeah, it was cool though.
It's kind of cool seeing like different sports or like schools being better at certain sports, you know. Like I
Yeah,
think Nebraska is the number one team in women's volleyball.
dude,
Like
Nebraska's really really
Nebraska?
good. Like we went to the Minnesota game also. They were really good.
Mhm.
I think they were top 20. But Nebraska's like I think it was it was this year they had a outdoor volleyball game at Nebraska, women's volleyball, and there was like 75,000 people or something that came and
Yeah.
watched. It's
Dude, no,
crazy.
volleyball's fun to watch, especially
Oh,
those
it's so
girls.
cool.
They throw it down and they have some
Dude,
long sets.
dude,
They're
it's
good.
wild. It is
They're
nuts.
good.
Like you got to pay attention in those stands because those balls
Yeah.
will literally just fly into the stands like full speed. It's pretty crazy. Like they go like
Yeah.
I was pretty amazed.
Kudos to them for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
What else you got going on? What other goals or what's your progress on those yearly goals
Yeah, so I've been taking more practice exams. I've been getting better and better every time, right?
for the real
I can't
estate?
Yeah, for my
Okay.
real estate exam. I haven't been able to take them every single day because I have a life of wrestling and school on top of that.
Right.
So whenever I get some free time, I always make sure I take the practice exam. Sometimes I can't finish them, so I'll save them for later. But after every single test, I'll go back, look at everything I got wrong, and like I'll literally double look it. So I've been really good about that.
Nice.
I just really want to get this license, man.
Yeah. I know. It's I think it's probably too like once things slow down and once things aren't so overwhelming for you right now.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like your brain will kind of like be able to absorb more of that information. Because from what I've understood from people that have taken it, it's more just about like what you can remember,
yeah.
more than
No,
anything. So
I've taken the test 4 times, and it's like too much common sense that you overthink it.
yeah.
Like the questions are like too straightforward, and you just overthink it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, Thanksgiving coming up. What is like what's your schedule for that week and what are you looking forward to for Thanksgiving?
So Monday I have practice, but the dudes that are wrestling at West Point this weekend, they don't have practice.
Mhm.
And then Tuesday I have lifting and practice. Then I get to go home.
So
So
you're off
wait,
when
I might have classes Wednesday. I have to
okay.
check. If I have classes Wednesday, I get to leave after those classes on Wednesday.
Nice.
But as of now, I plan on getting home Tuesday night, and then Wednesday I want to hit a lift with my boy Connor Owens and Jack Conley at our home Genesis,
Nice.
and then probably wrestle after that with them, or I might head up to the Goodrich Wrestling Room, see some old teammates, wrestle with them, and Thursday I'm just super excited to be with my family, dude. I miss you guys so much, and I think I'm just gonna be so much more appreciative this Thanksgiving. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
special. I'm looking forward to that as well. And I wanted to say real quick, um shout out to all your teammates that placed and, you know, showed up this past weekend, but special shout out to your roommate Jack Conley and Connor Owens. All you guys trained together. It's a really cool story to see. It's so neat to see you guys, all three of you together. You guys kind of started this journey together towards D1 wrestling. You trained all summer together. And then you all placed at your first open or
yeah.
second open, whatever. Like that's so cool, man. What did Connor end up get? Fourth or
Yep. So Connor, let me mention, Connor wrestles for Michigan, University of Michigan. He ended up taking fourth. Jack took fourth, and I took fifth.
okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So it was super
So
cool.
well
Like
done, boys.
we're all within the same weight class. So Jack's 157, I'm 165, and Connor's 174. So we're all warming up at the same time, watching
Yeah,
each other wrestle, still cheering each other on. It's like we were back home just wrestling any other tournament. It was really cool.
yeah. It's so cool. Like it was really neat to see that, and like I said,
Just in some more important singlets.
right, exactly. And
Yeah.
we've talked every day, and I remember just like all summer, like like your process 34 was lifting with Jack and Connor, worked out with
Yeah.
Jack and Connor, did this with Jack and Connor. Like you guys were you did this all together, and it's really cool. It's really neat to see. So congrats to
It's
all of you.
such a dream to reality moment. Like I got to do that with all my boys too. Like that it's just
Yeah.
the journey. I think Kobe Bryant says it best. It's not about the destination. It's about appreciating the journey to get there.
Yep.
And I really do appreciate that journey more than the end point.
Absolutely. Shout out Mamba.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Looking forward to some time off, some time
Yeah.
to just relax and chill. It's been a crazy month. It's been a crazy week. Work's been insane. That's a whole other 8 podcasts in itself. But it's just gonna be nice to take a step away and just be with you guys, be with my family, be with my friends, and focus on that. Just focus on that,
Yeah.
and that's it. I can't wait.
And I think that's what more people need to do during Thanksgiving. Just it's be with your family.
Yeah.
Show how grateful you are. Eat some great food with them. Tell some stories. Laugh, and just love each other.
And the weekend is set up so perfectly too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
come on, dude. Like you got Thanksgiving, right? Then we go into Black Friday, which I think we got an NFL game this Black Friday for the first time ever. Dolphins
Do
and
we?
Jets.
Okay.
Right into a Saturday of the game. Ohio State, Michigan. Look at that.
I'm going. I'm
Student
excited.
section too.
My
Student
boy,
section.
let's talk about Connor again. He got me a ticket, me and Jack. So we're heading down to Ann Arbor Saturday. Hopefully watch a great football game.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. It's always great.
Hopefully it's, a little lopsided in favor of the good guys, but
Right.
I can't wait, and I'm so pumped up. And guess where I'm going to be watching the game at? Sebastian's birthday party again, third
I
year in a row. I
Third
told
year in a
Aaron,
row.
I said, you have to
He's a
do this
lucky
every
charm.
year, man. Yeah. Like the last 2 years, Sebastian will be 3. He's had his birthday party and on the Michigan Ohio State day, and it's literally like right. I think the party starts at like 1 or 2 or something, so it's literally like right in the middle of the game.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, I remember going last year at like halftime.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just cool, and it's like, man, this is working. You guys got to keep this tradition going every single year. You don't have a choice. So I hit him up like a few weeks back. I'm like, hey man, when Sebastian's birthday party is it November 25th? And he was like, let me check. And I was like, well, I hope it's November 25th because that's Michigan Ohio State. And he texted me back. He was like, yep, November 25th. I was like, yes, the tradition continues.
Shout out Aaron and happy third birthday, Sebastian.
Yeah, man, he's poor guy. He's been sick lately.
I see.
Yeah, for like a month and a half, but he's doing good now. He's a trooper.
I miss Aaron, man. I still talk to him sometimes. He slides up on my Instagram stories and stuff.
Yeah,
Such a positive dude. Great
he's
guy.
awesome. Love Aaron. So I had a guy, a friend of mine, ask me on that video that we posted about your day in the life. I had a question about your Buddha tattoo on your
Mm-hmm.
chest. So can you tell us what it is and the meaning, the story behind it, whatever?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to get a tattoo right when I turned 18. Like my mom is tatted up and I love it. Like it just like really like her tattoos just aren't normal. Like they're just out there and like they're just so different. So I wanted something like that too. I wanted it to be different, but I wanted it to be something that's like I'm passionate about and actually have meaning. So like ever since I was 12 years old, I discovered the philosophies of like Buddhism and the meditation and karma. And I've been a big believer of it. Like every single day during my life, I'll be like karma. So if I do this bad, something bad's gonna happen to me. I'll go help out that person. I'll get good karma for it. Like I'll literally take time out of my life just to do something good for someone because I know I'll get good karma out of it. And it's made me a better person because I reflect off of it in general. And the tattoo says instant karma. That just so happens to be mine and my grandma's favorite song by John Lennon, Instant Karma. So that's really cool to me. And the person that drew it is actually the person that introduced me to Buddhism. It's Tony Leonardo. He's one of my baseball coaches, and now he's a great family friend. I still text him often. Great guy. Love that dude to death. And he drew that. So the tattoo has a lot of meaning. Just one of how I live my everyday life. Two, discovering Buddhism and how much I love Buddhism. And three, mine and my grandma's favorite song and what it represents.
Love it.
Like as John Lennon says in that song, instant karma is gonna get you.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So there you go. It is cool too. It looks great.
And it's different. Like everyone's like, "Holy crap, you got a Buddha on your chest." I'm like, "Yeah,
Right. That's awesome.
it's different."
And it looks super cool with a singlet.
You think so?
I do. I think like,
Yeah.
like the chest tattoo, it's like, man, that's a painful area to get a tattoo. But then it's like you see it with the singlet and it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. So there you go, Jay. That's the meaning behind the Buddha tattoo. I think that about does it, man. It's been a very, very good month. A lot of growth. It's been good, and it's also I've learned a lot this month.
Yeah.
A lot of things have presented themselves that have made me realize I'm going the right way, doing the right thing. Um, it's not going to happen as soon as I want it to.
Yeah.
So just accept it, right? And it's it's made me realize that amongst all of that, while I'm so fixated and obsessed with these things, like I'm becoming very selfish, very, very selfish. So, um, it's been nice to realize that. It's kind of hard to realize that and accept those things about yourself, but I have been, it's like
The truth
it,
is hard.
it is, when you get on those one track minds, it can be good and it can be bad. It's
Yeah.
good to have goals and to pursue them, but I think when you become so obsessed and enthralled in them, you're not really practicing mindfulness anymore. And you know what I mean? You're kind of just pushing others away. So it was nice to see that. Like I said, it's been a month of growth, and I'm very grateful for that. It's been a blessing, man. How about
I'm
you?
so I'm so grateful for how much more appreciative that I've grown this month, and just focusing on not focusing on the future, but just focusing on being in the moment and being grateful for being in the moment, because the things I get to do in my life are so incomparable to other people, and me getting this opportunity is my dream to reality moment, and I'm just going to live it and do it how I've always wanted to.
Absolutely. I wonder. I have no idea what it is, but I will wonder what the statistic is, like of the percentage of athletes that not only make it to the next level, but especially Division One. So
Right.
that is huge, So it
Yeah.
is. You got to show that appreciation and embrace that, and you're doing it, and I think you're taking advantage of every opportunity that's presenting itself to you right now. So it's been really cool to watch.
Yeah, just trying to live in the present moment and take it all in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love it. So,
Because these 4 to 5 years are gonna be like that, man.
yeah,
I
dude,
know it
isn't
will,
that
because that's how
crazy?
high school was. Yeah,
Isn't that crazy? It's going to be 2024 here in a minute. And I feel
it's
like,
nuts.
like, and I'm sorry to everyone listening right now, but you're going to find out I compare everything to golf. I feel like I just started golfing this season, literally like last month. And it's like, I'm so bummed out, man.
Yeah,
It's like I can still do things. It's just not the same. It's not the same as getting out there on the course. Nothing is, it's like, it'd be like practicing wrestling on your living room floor all winter.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like against your sister or something, so
Shoot,
it's
man, I damn near had to during COVID.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
we were on Zoom calls with Coach Ken, just
Yeah, I
me
remember
and
that.
5 other people in my garage with a mat.
I remember that.
Yeah,
That was wild. Wow.
crazy times.
Yeah. Yep. It's been a really weird long 3 years, man. Ever since COVID, it's just been like
And you know what? We're still here.
Twilight Zone. Yeah. And
We're still here.
we're
We're
thriving, baby.
thriving. There we go.
Um, yeah, that about does it, man. Thank you once again, everyone listening, everyone watching. If you have not yet subscribed to Process 34, we are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Look us up, Amazon. Go grab a journal, grab two, grab three. Just today dropped the price. It's going to be $9.99 for a limited time. So go get yourself a couple right in time for the holiday season, and just give it a try. Just give it a try.
So yeah, seriously, just try it.
We're not trying to make millions. We're not trying to make money off anyone. We're literally just trying to give you a great tool for a new lifestyle that I think you'll all appreciate and notice what it does. So let's give it a try.
We don't want to see our pockets grow. We want to see your minds grow.
Oh, look at that. I
You
like
love
it.
that?
All right, man. That does it. Be safe tonight. Friday night, East Lansing. I heard it gets wild.
It
Make
does.
smart choices. Maybe go hit the mat, do something. Okay. Be
We'll
positive, be
see.
productive. Love you.
Absolutely. Love you
Thanks to
too.
everyone, and we will see you all next time.